Greetings and welcome to Ganzorig and Banta presents Flotsam and Jetsam, Season 2, Episode 11. I am the host, Adam is the DM. How's everyone doing? How is the all the peoples doing?
How is the all of us?
Yep.
What did I do today? I slept in. That was awesome. I then played a little bit of Warhammer Space Hulk, which is really fun. It was on sale for like $3 with the Tyranid campaign included.
Yep.
It's basically big giant Robo Man going through dead spaceship and fight alien monsters, turn-based game. Turn-based tabletop game on PlayStation. Click buttons, go ha ha ha, alien go boom, or Terminator head fall off. Oh no. Then went for a walk, had some fish with the wife, and watched Age of Ultron again. So it's actually all of us. Is very much like that movie has got some really good lines, some really creepy imagery. The beat to piss Ultron bot barely operating, just like saying the words to Pinocchio in a menacing way. This is pretty good. Pretty good scene. There are no strings on me. Oh God, horror box. Yeah, so we're having an alright day.
Blew off some steam after work yesterday. Had some beers at the local sports pub, and then went and watched the Kraken play. They actually won a game. I know there were the last 4 games they lost, and then last night they beat one of the better teams in the league. So it was in overtime. It was fun.
Nice.
A little bit hungover this morning. Slept in. Also took a pregame 20-minute nap. I can lay down for 20 minutes.
Well, this was Adam is like, okay, I get fish at 5. Movies 2 hours and a bit. 7:30.
That's fine. Then we'll play some Spellfire with Luke tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I'll do some last-minute perusing of cards that are not in my deck. I've already got my side deck all planned out. I kind of know what Luke is what he's gonna try to pull. So I've got a couple of key cards that I'll slip in between games. He just sent me a text a few moments ago saying that he's building his second deck. So we'll see. I'm stoked for that. And then Monday is a holiday for us, so it'll be a bit of relaxing before we're back at work.
Are you keeping stats for your decks? Or are they just mental stats right now?
We are keeping stats of our games, and we're naming the decks that we use during those games. So not necessarily. No, I'm kind of doing it mentally.
You have the data if you want to extract it.
Yep.
That's important.
I've bought a lot of cards since we played last, so I would never build the deck that I had before. There's just better cards.
You have a new deck.
Yep.
Better deck.
No, this one's the fucking Doom go for your throat deck. Action economy draining bullshit. Just anything you do, I'll counter it. I'll one card wipe your cards, and it's just the most ruthless thing.
Back in the oldie days of playing Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
The most ruthless deck that had such a high win rate between me and my friends was a pick a card deck. Because normally it's I can't remember if it's 40 or 60 cards. I think it's 40. Like the minimum deck size. Mm-hmm. Ideally, the meta would be you have a deck size that's like the minimum size, so that your chances of getting the cards that you want is the highest.
Yeah.
So a turn and burn deck is no. You also lose if you run out of cards. So you just load up on everything that makes target player picks a card.
Yep.
Target player picks a card. Target player picks 2 cards. Target player picks 3 cards.
Yeah.
And you
Spellfire doesn't have that rule, but we are playing with the largest decks just because Luke and I were having the hardest time like boiling it down to 55 cards. So we're playing with 110 card decks, which means you end up with more of a theme than as opposed to one very specific.
You have like a very specific strategy because I had a.
So I have a bunch of small tactics that it's like, oh, I've got these 2 cards in my hand, and I'll just start giggling. Like it'll be.
I can't remember the name of the Keystone card, but like my most powerful meta deck, like deck in the meta, was a black-white cleric deck, where there's one unique monster that there's like someone with an acolyte.
Yep.
So you have an acolyte, you sacrifice the acolyte, you pull them from anywhere on the table, put them on, and then it's like the number of clerics you have boost them, and it's just like you play clerics, and the goal is to get one of 5 cards in your hand, right? So you get one of the 5 cards in, and then your tactic starts.
There's an app that I bought the other day on Steam. It's called Tabletop Simulator, and I found a couple of plugins, like mods for Tabletop Simulator, where someone has put all of the Spellfire cards. So what I might do is build my decks one day. Like it's a super, it's a tedious but actually strangely fun task of slowly going through cards, picking up candidates, and then trying to group them together so that they work. There's some like, you generally want guys whose worlds match your realms that match the artifacts. So there's this like, I want to use this artifact. That means it's a Ravenloft artifact. I need Ravenloft guys to put the Ravenloft artifact on.
In play.
And once I have Ravenloft guys, like maybe I should have a few Ravenloft realms because they get bonuses.
They get bonuses. Yeah. There's synergies, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. So you're like kind of chaining the synergies.
Well, what's nice about the Spellfire is it's a complete game. There's no more power creep. There's no more. Next month we're releasing a new deck of bullshit that makes a bunch of stuff obsolete.
The problem is they came up with some neat rules in the last pack of the game. In the Dungeons pack, they came up with the concept of a dungeon. Now they didn't produce many dungeon cards because it was the last pack of that was released by the game. So there are a bunch of folks who've taken over the Spellfire brand because Wizard of the Coast let it lapse.
Yep.
And they've remade the game. The reason why I haven't dove into that, maybe in the future, is because it doesn't have the nostalgia. It doesn't have all the D&D world stuff in it. It's somebody else's made up fantasy realm that's now in it, because they have the trademark Spellfire. They don't have the art rights and rights to start producing Dungeons and Dragons on it. So
I don't want to be a wiener, but potentially Wizards of the Coast didn't have the art rights either.
No, TSR got into all sorts of problems, which is why a bunch of the cards are like people at Renaissance fairs with a horrible camera. We talked about this before.
Yeah. It's just the Wizards, RPG space in general has like this is notorious for like art drawn by your sister's son, like your nephew, mixed with like god tier art, and you're going to get sued because you did not pay for that. That's the plan.
Yeah, like the art that they put in the Dungeon Master's Guide, they didn't pay the artist at the time to also include that art onto a card game, and they did it anyways because it was the Wild West back then, I guess.
Yeah. Well, how are they ever going to find out? What is there going to be, this repository of knowledge across all the realms that
Yeah. Yep.
Like even when the internet existed, before search engines, you needed to know where something was.
Well, it was in your local hobby shop. Hey, look at this. Like I'm sure that it took some time, but recap of last game: Crocodile Tears. A pitch battle takes place on the deck of the Loadstone while Molgromere maneuvers the Happy Barnacle after a failed ramming maneuver. 2 maneuvers, a ramming attempt. Jinshid battles an angry devil lady.
Mm-hmm.
The commotion of the battle awakens something dangerous from within the cargo hold of the Loadstone. Powerful magics part the river, and the 2 ships quickly find themselves grounded in a crocodile-infested riverbed.
Yes. Huzzah!
Huzzah! All right, we captured what happened. I think we left off in the middle of combat again.
We did.
We're in round
four.
Fight.
Round 4. Fight. Siren.
She restarts her bard song to help with the piloting of the boat because we expect that the spell won't last forever. There's probably some swearing. Yeah.
Okay. Siren resteadies herself aboard, makes sure that Molgromere is okay, and begins to reinitiate her bard song. Ganzorig.
Ganzorig's up in the crow's nest. He probably has a good view of the crocs. And there's one croc attacking Shank.
Yes. Now, what is your light source for that?
Oh, it's all the stuff that was on the boat. We have hooded lanterns that...
It's in the shadowy.
Okay, that's fine.
You can see it, but it's shadowy.
That's fine. Ganzorig, I don't think has feats to get rid of shadowy yet. That would be proved precise shot. No, he doesn't have that. All right, let's kill some crocs. Little rapido shot. We're just gonna attack the crocs until they're dead, starting with, I don't know, like that one, and then that one.
Okay.
+1 from above. Okay, AC 27, AC 23.
Both hit.
AC 23.
Also potentially hits.
And AC 21.
Potentially hits. We're going to roll 4D hundreds.
Yeah, 1D 100. One miss.
Miss.
(24, 19, and 21 damage.
Okay. 2 arrows kills the first crocodile. And then you wound the other one.
Oh, get on top of the... Get on the boat, you dummies!
Man overboard! Man overboard! All right, the men are struggling through the mud and the ick on the bottom of the river. Rose.
Rose is going to... I think he busted one of his mage armors. He's going to activate his... he's got a tattoo potion of mage armor.
Okay.
As a standard action, and he's staggered, so I think
that was it.
Yep. He's just lying down. He touches the tattoo and re-puts up some defense.
Okay. Krimlir. Krimlir doesn't want to approach the Loadstone. He could if he's a magical beast. He could have commanded, but
She,
sorry. The Krimlir naturally knows it's bad to go to the Loadstone.
okay. She cries and whines a bit. Oh, you want to go hunt some crocs? She'll fly down to attack one of the crocodiles.
Okay.
She was going to go towards the one that was injured, but instead will try to take out
The one further from the Loadstone. That makes good sense. She could also go after the one that is trying to run away. The wounded one, depending how vicious you are.
Yeah, she flew towards that one, didn't like the feeling from the Loadstone, and
Perfect.
I think she can double move all the way down there with an 80-foot fly to get a single attack off. And she's smart enough that Bard Song and all that stuff, I think, applies. Alright, so Baby Babu, Krimlir against Crocodile.
And the crocs don't have, they're long, not tall. So
Okay. She's going to bite a croc. AC 30.
yeah, she's got low light vision, so she can see.
For 10 damage.
She's engaged the crocodile in combat.
helping Stefan the smuggler.
Yes. Wait, my brain. There we go. Boop. Pachoop. And pachoop. All right. That is Krimlir. After Krimlir, Loadstone guards. Well, there is.
I don't see any left.
Well, there's another set of tokens with the word guard on them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right. Let me just double check. I don't know if we're going to just... And... Okay. Nothing appears to have been happening. All right. Next, we have Banta.
Banta's gonna run towards the wheel and get ready to pilot the boat when the water inevitably comes crushing down. I got the boat.
Perfect.
He takes a swig from from his like he's trying to swig from it, but he's staggered.
He just sloshes some on the ground. Kren. Kren is, wait for me. He's going to get up off the ground and is going to hop down
into this mess.
He's going to end up back here. You guys know I didn't do it, right?
What are you talking about?
It wasn't me. It was just a story.
Okay.
Katano.
Katana. Oh yeah, he face planted, didn't he?
Yeah.
This is not how here that's supposed to be treated. Katana gets up. He looks like pissed off that he's all dirty, and then he'll start moving back to the boat.
It's difficult terrain out in the mud.
Okay, so he's sloshing back. He probably triple moves it back to the boat, to the edge of the boat. So he's on the other side of the boat, like here. Help me up! Help me up!
The angry ladies. Okay. Whatever shaking had occurred appears to have died down, and walls of water are beginning to crush their way back in towards the boats.
Oh no. Get out of the boats!
All right. The water is going to, like, the water is going to go at the end of the round with the ships. Like, the ships is the environment. All right. In addition, the angry ladies. Okay. Insects start pouring out from the hatch. Like these big beetles. Give me 1 second. So these big green and copper beetles coming out in swarms are forming through the that hatch that Black Dog has his foot upon. It'll take me one moment.
That's not good.
Could be better. Alright, and in the wrong. Here we are, and it should be right. Did that come through, or did it come through as a dead token?
No, it's good.
Perfect. All right. A swarm of beetles is coming up through, and I think I need to roll a dice. Okay. A second one comes up, sort of in addition. On this round, Marty, if you could roll a D2, 1 means it goes to the left, 2 means it goes to the right.
1.
Okay. All right. So a second one ends up forming, but ends up forming away from basically the party. It looks like they're going to start to take chase. These stinging beetles are chewing at people in the space. They don't actually see Black Dog, but that's not how swarms work. Is there anything else under him currently? Nope, the party is all...
Black Dog getting all the traps.
All right. And just double checking here. Okay, there we go. Okay, Black Dog is getting chewed for 16 damage.
Wow. A second. He'll absorb 13 of that with his armor and take a dent.
Okay. I then need a distraction save and a save versus poison.
Okay. So the first one's distraction, second one's poison.
Yep.
28 and 19.
Okay, so you're not distracted, but you are poisoned. The poison is DC frequency 1d6. Is that correct? Okay, that's right. Apologies. I've got too many windows open. Then this is where you could say, maybe you should close windows. It's like, no. More windows. All right. The poison does a dex damage.
A rough round for his AC.
These beetles look like there's like flecks of metal within them, and as they're scattering their wings, there's like these little flecks of dust breaking off of them. They look highly unnatural.
I'm looking at all the guys who've gone downstairs. None of us are fucking swarm fighters. Everyone upstairs. We need Sunwoo to fireball this hold.
I just got down here.
What up?
All right. That is the angry lady. Angry ladies. That's how the angry lady died. Sunwoo. You are currently in your rope trick.
Yep.
You do know the boats have had an incident, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, he popped out last round. What's he gonna do? Is he just gonna fret in the? Well, he knows there's crocs. There's this croc and this croc, so he can. He will use a move action, a swift action to go down, a move action to attach a alchemist bomb to an arrow, and then he'll fire said arrow at one of the crocs.
Okay.
AC 18.
I'm assuming you're not targeting one that's in melee.
Nope.
Okay, that hits.
He does have precise shot.
Oh, then you should target either one.
Yeah, he'll help Crimler out.
Okay, that strikes.
So the arrow itself does 11 damage.
Okay.
And the alchemist fire. Cognagen does 9, and it's on fire for a round.
Okay. It doesn't like being on fire. Okay, there's a fiery explosion on the crocodile. Sunwoo, there's a... Last time when you stuck your head out, there was like the sound of metal and screaming and that. Now there's a bit of like a whooshing sound coming.
Ooh, I think the water is coming. The water is coming. And he's going to use his... Give me a second. Swift to go down. Move action. Fire. Yeah, he's going to go back up in the rope trick.
Okay. Daedalus. Is that your order, sir?
Get up!
Okay. Okay, he did need to be told twice, but...
I have to fix that.
He climbs his way out.
Pick Rose up.
Oh, Rose is off the ground? Yeah, he'll pick up Rose. He'll spend an action to pick
him
make
up
Rose.
and carry him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much? Rose is thin as well, right?
Yeah, he's 5'11", 180 pounds.
Okay, you're gonna. He's got Rose. We need the Venaran's fire. He's waving across.
What are you doing up here? The water's coming.
There are insects below. Venaran fire! He's waving at the other ship. Nobody responds. Monkey fire! Maybe they don't know what a Venaran is. The Loadstone crew. The Loadstone crew. They are all unconscious and bleeding or being eaten. Salissa.
She's a sorcerer. She's got magic missile. She's going to fire at the croc that Crimler is fighting.
Sure.
For 12 damage. 3 magic missiles.
That's pretty good damage right there. This croc is beat to shit. Sebastian.
Does not like the wave of water that is coming this way. And is feeling a little small. So he's going to... Yep, well, it's time for me to go and join Sunwoo. the legs can
Get back here, you coward!
He basically climbs off the edge and then up the rope trick and joins Sunwoo. Yep, a lot of water's coming. Good time to be a fish. Oh, then why aren't you out there? Well, good time to be a fish after the water comes. Wouldn't want the water to break my bowl. Yes, Diva, yes.
Okay, Zealots take no action as they are all dead. Jinshu.
Jin is do not be. He's addressing the Loadstone group. Do not be fooled by the child humanoid. It is a demon.
Okay.
What is it babbling about children for? And he hears that there's problems with bugs, so he's going to hastily fly down and get to the top of the...
Does he land?
He'll land, yeah.
Okay.
And then he will channel negative energy to harm the living, excluding this group.
Do you have see invisibility running?
No. Black Dog is covered in bugs. Can we
Give me a perception check.
not target him? Sure.
The DC is 20.
Yeah, Jin's good at perception. We can do this. Oh, he auto does this. He has got a plus 21.
Okay, so yeah, you see Black Dog in the covered with bugs.
Nice. We will exclude him from the negative energy channeling. All right. So this does. Sunwoof completed the phylactery, so this does 5d6. $17 damage. Times 1.5 to swarms.
Okay.
25 damage.
25 damage. What is the save
The
DC?
save DC is 18.
Okay. Okay. It was 25.
25. Yeah.
All right. Swarm around Black Dog. Takes some damage. It would be... and the other swarm takes some damage.
It's going to take a while.
All right. Black Dog. You are poisoned.
Yep. So you
So-
guys make another save.
Make a save.
31.
Okay, you are no longer poisoned.
Awesome. He is going to move out. Still hasn't attacked anything. He's got poison on his blade, still invisible. He's moving out.
He's been exploded. He's been
Yeah.
healed a couple of times. He's been spooked. Yeah.
He's moving out to the deck, and then yeah, Jinshu's big body is basically up here.
Yeah,
He's pouring the energy down the stairs, kind of thing.
Yep.
Which means that give me a second. 2, 3, 5, 6. Somebody did take damage then.
Well, first off, I'm just going to kill all the people above deck.
Yep.
Fucking dead.
He'll not have excluded Daedalus because Daedalus likes pain.
The decision you have made is appropriate. He's also not in any sort of risk of dying at this particular second.
Yep.
All right, give me a. Sorry. Give me
Oh, is that one sailor that was paralyzed dead? There's a couple of them.
Oh, that's. And then you did 2 of them. Or you did 1. Sorry.
One.
Okay. He's whimpering. You know he's alive. He is a wounded man who is alive under the pile.
And he was hiding another guy that was alive. I don't know if he was dead or not.
He should be dead. One of them is dead.
All right.
Yeah, one guy who's dead and one guy who's been. Oh. Yeah, I'll fix that.
All right, and then Daedalus needs to make a save.
Yep. Right.
Versus, for him, it would be versus 17. He makes it.
He makes it. takes 8 more. 16 damage. Holy lessons learned in pain. Flesh must resist death. Sodak. He's busy jamming shit down barrels.
Yeah, I guess his gun's not going to do much against the. Are the beetles really big like that, or are they? Tiny,
No, they're.
So this is.
It's a bunch of things the size of your thumb running around.
Okay, all right. They look like big things that are like, they're the size of dogs. We can hit those.
Oh, if you zoom in on the picture, those beetles are actually eating a raspberry.
All right, can he do something like set fire to one of his powder horns and throw it?
Sure.
Like to try to make a kaboom.
You can blow up fire. You can blow up powder horns.
Okay.
I think there's a stat block for that. Do. A powder horn. Firearms, black powder. Here. Alright, so a single keg is
5d6 or something.
A keg is 5d6. So this is a powder horn, so it will be 3d6.
Okay. How many actions?
It's on one of his slots.
Yep.
Okay, it'll be 2 actions.
Done. So I'm tossing one of his powder horns onto the overlapping part of where the beetles are.
It's two actions plus his haste attack. Right?
Okay. Yep. I hit well over 20 to hit.
Okay, so you ended up in the square you want.
Yep, and then I would argue that this is a class DC thing, given that he's a gun guy.
I'm okay with this. Better than DC 15.
Yep. So his DC would be 16.
Better than 15.
Better than 15.
Okay. The first swarm makes it. The second swarm fails.
9 damage, time and a half for swarms would be 13 damage.
All right. So that first swarm made it again.
And then Sodak will retreat to the upper deck.
Okay.
And stand next to the whimpering guy.
I think you need to count distance because Sodak's kind of slow, even though he is hasted.
Oh yeah, his haste is 40.
Yep.
35, so he ends up here.
Yeah, just there's a...
Yep. Pops his head up the stairs. He's now looking directly at the whimpering guy.
Oh gosh, no! he's the guy is freaking out. He's having a bad day. All right, your crew.
It's trying to help the other crew get off the fucking.
Oh god, there's water at my feet. All right, so Momo gets pulled up. He touches safety. Gaetano gets pulled up.
Yay!
He's touched safety. Fong touches safety. He gets pulled up. Stefan. 1. He gets to safety. Diego gets to safety. Mumbles. Oh, he makes it to safety. Balaz makes it to safety. Shank.
Come on, Jack. You can do it.
He gets to safety. All right, your crew gets pulled up. Pierre is with
is in the bucket with.
Is in the bucket with Grimsby, so he's okay. Now your crew spent their time pulling members up and saving them. They're not helping with the ship.
It's fine.
Okay.
There's not much the crew's gonna be able to do anyways. It's gonna be Molgromere at the wheel with his magic bard friend.
All right, Mr. Hida.
Lee is moving up to Karen, picking him up, and then picking Karen up over his shoulders, and then leaving.
Get out of here, dummy.
All right, give me a dex check as part of the maneuver.
Oh no.
The DC is 20.
$10
Okay. What is your strength modifier?
+8.
+8. Okay. Corinne cranks his skull on the opening going up the stairs and takes 8 non-lethal damage.
That's fine. It's not his fault.
The big man is pushing past the snake guy with the other big man in his arms up the human-sized hole. Yeah,
we put Kren down next to the guy who's whimpering.
There you go.
Right. 8 non-lethal.
You don't want to be... Oh, did you bunk your noggin?
There was a really distinct, like, watermelon getting hit with a baseball bat sound. I'm seeing stars. Captain Fezzik is long dead. Grimsby. He's currently puppeting Pierre's face. Oh no, Captain! May I come aboard? I had an accident.
I kind of want Grimsby to spread the ghoul fever.
We will roll a we'll roll a poison check for Pierre, or a poison check for Grimsby to not accidentally poison him, and then we can roll a fort save for Pierre later.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I made a mistake.
Get your fingers out of his mouth, Grimsby, you asshole!
Right.
All right.
So he's hanging outside of the barrel. Molgromere tells Grimsby to stay aloft.
Okay. So Grimsby's going to just fly up.
Yep.
And he's going to fly over the... Maybe not right over the ship. He's going to fly up and kind of have a good... I believe in you from over there. Sail the Merd, I think.
Yeah, it was in Dwarven. Molgromere yelled, "You might want to stay up there, good friend." Or old friend, is what he says.
Show her who's boss.
Molgromere is going to lash himself to the wheel.
Cool.
Like, fucking take off his belt and lash one of his arms to the wheel. Kind
Is
of
he gonna?
thing.
Is it? How many actions is it for him to hold his breath? Is it?
So Molgromere...
He has a weird hold breath power.
I think it's just when he holds his breath. Give me a second.
I thought it might have been like he has
Breath
to take a full round action.
mastery. Without prep, he can hold his breath for a number of minutes equal to his con score. As a full round action, he could do it for 1 hour. I don't think we're going to be able to
he
do it
doesn't
for an
need
hour.
hours.
So no, he is going to start like doing that sort of like prep breathing, like.
All right. The ships and the water crashing in. This wave of water that has been separated out comes thrashing in. Now, you're on a river. Rivers aren't too terribly deep. But it's a river on the mouth of what would be considered a Great Lake. You're right in that sort of mouth area of a Pungan lake. So,
fuck this place. Fuck that thing in the box or whatever it is.
What's in the box? Marty, I need a D10 to represent how deep this was before it went down. You want low. 5. Okay. A 50-foot wave is crashing upon your boats. That will cause them to rise or potentially sink them, as 50 feet is higher than your walls. All right. First things first. The captains of the ships, plural, need to make their checks to control their vessels. How well do they stabilize their vessels? Give me a moment to calculate the DC. Okay. All right. So you have no crew currently.
For Banta?
Oh, Banta has 0 crew and no help.
Right. Which one are we rolling first?
We're going to do Banta first.
All right, everyone, listen to Banta. What did he say?
All right. This is a combat control check. You have no crew, and the basic DC would have been that before having no crew. What's Banta's bonus?
Plus 13.
Okay. We are rolling to see how bad this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Let's see. Ahmed has a hero point. I'm probably not allowed to spend those unless it's absolutely dire. Okay. Let's see. 16. I got this.
I know.
He's like sipping on his flask as the wave hits.
You don't got this. All right. Okay. So you failed the DC by 1. He failed the DC by 24. So I need 5d20.
36.
Sorry, what is the first number?
6.
6. Okay, I need a D3.
2.
2. Okay, there's medium hull damage. The ship is taking on water. What's the next D20?
Medium hull damage. Okay. Next D20 is a 2.
2. Okay, one of the crocodiles is like smashed, like has become embedded into the side of the ship. Is basically chummed. Your ship is now chummed and attractive to predators.
So that croc's dead, but
that croc's dead, but is now like it's stuck to the ship, like it's caught up in rigging and it's being dragged along.
Nice.
Okay, the next D20.
Stuck crocodile is a 16.
16. All right. Of those who are alive on deck, we need to roll a dice. So, starting at the top, Banta, and then it goes Sailor, Corinne, Black Dog, Sodak, Lihida, Daedalus, Jinshur. So
Rose is lies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I need a D9.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lee.
All right, Lee. I need a D8 and a D4.
1 and 5.
Okay, so you are 50 feet knocked out this direction from that ship. You could blame you could blame Banta, as Lee's been knocked out to sea, or knocked out into these raging waters. Next D20
was a nat 1.
Okay, the rudder is also broken. The ship now needs someone to go into the water for it to be controlled. Like the steering is actually jammed or clogged.
You have a table, don't you?
I do have a table.
Oh, this ship is so boned. All right, the last D20 is an 11.
An 11. And down below, there's a something has caught fire below. There's smoke emanating from below decks.
Nice, actually. None of us are down there, and they're fucking swarms. It's a fire.
Yeah.
And is the boat under the water, or is it floating?
None of those things. There's stuff in here that would make the boat be like under the sea.
Okay, so it was
Didn't
battered, and we're still floating.
It's battered, and you're still floating. Now,
Okay.
everybody who's aboard deck still gets to make a DC 15 reflex save, not to be swept off to sea.
All right.
Don't worry about Bleedies. He auto failed that from a failure.
There's Black Dog, made it. Sodak, made it. Rose, ooh. Reflex save?
Yep.
Rose made it. He's got a plus 12.
Whee!
He's rolling around on the deck, grabbing onto something.
Right. Karen makes it on the die. Daedalus makes it on the die.
And then Jin is flying, but I'll roll anyways. Plus 9 makes it.
Yeah, well, that was a question of do you land. And then Banta.
Oh, Banta holding on to the wheel. What's his reflex save? Yeah.
Sorry. All right, and then the random sailor. he's just stuck in, and then I'm just going to take a block of these dudes, and they've been like just whooshed out to sea, scattered around.
All right. Banta's trying to step on the cloak with the captain because we want to lose his body. Do not go anywhere. Banta's like, everything's okay.
Okay, yeah, the ship is still listing.
Yep.
You are going to need a successful control check next round to not start taking on board water. You didn't actually right the ship. The ship is in the laboned state.
Can we see the shoreline?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a shoreline like in about it'd be 100 feet north for the main shore, and then the south actually goes out into a Great Lake. The thing is, the shoreline is north.
Yep.
It's dark.
Yep.
The people it's basically going to be like a survival role to figure out what direction to go, unless somebody's being intelligent, because you're kind of at sea, or you're on a riverbed, and things are all kind of crazy, and you've been turning. So the lost men, if they end up going, they might swim in a random direction, because that happens. That does happen.
Man overboard, help him. And Jin just nods like he's gonna go.
All right, Molgromere. Nobody is helping you with your ship except for your bard.
Yes.
You have a -20 for having no crew. The DC is 40. So the DC is 20. You have a -20 for having no crew. We smack those two together. It's DC 40.
Okay.
One for failing, and then by every 5 you fail, you have another failed control check mishap.
Yep. I'm gonna roll Siren's Aid. She aids with a +2. The monkey's aid.
Go gadget monkey.
Chum Chum has a profession sailor +7, so I think his aid's like a +5.
Something like that. Sounds about right.
Okay. And Molgromere does have a bit of luck up, or his lucky bard song thingy.
Sunwoo and Sebastian are up there. I hope they do a good job.
Do wizards are squishy.
And they don't swim good.
Yep.
The ones with flippers.
All right, he's got a +15, +3 from the +3 from his luckiness, +5 from the monkey, a +2 aid from Siren and Siren songs, giving him a +5. We can do this.
Yep.
Look at
It's a lot different than Banta's. Like, I've got me.
Mark
and my
has
nutsack.
2 hero points. I'm spending a hero point. We're not letting our fucking boat first venture out of the out of the dock. He's spending a hero point for a +8, because I think this is pretty much auto. +15 +8. He has a +38, so don't roll a 1. Nat 20, 58.
Okay. You've beat the control check by 10.
Yes.
What do you want the boat to move in any direction? You can
Yeah.
move the boat 30 feet in any direction you'd like as part of it righting itself.
We will pull the boat up alongside the Loadstone, like parallel.
Okay. You want to be closer.
Yeah.
So it'd be basically you end up, the boat ends up there. Oh,
Oops,
God.
sorry.
Damn. That was me.
Okay.
I was trying to grab the crewman that got aboard. Okay, there's this
then-
massive rush of water.
What happens to Krimlir?
So Krimlir, okay, Krimlir and the crocodiles, because Krimlir is down fighting the crocodiles.
Yep.
She is in the space where things are getting wet. The water, basically through the magical song of Siren and the blessings of Astitia, you're able to catch the water under the keel in just such a way that the boat gets picked up, moved in a direction. Nobody on board needs to make any saves or anything. The boat is a pleasant and happy place.
Fucking epic. Also, we have in the backlog of the things to craft is to add to Molgromere's vest, just increasing bonuses to Profession Sailor.
El Capitan.
Because this. Way to go, Mark.
All right, Krimlir and the Crocs, or anybody who is currently at the water level when the waves come
Yep.
crashing in. I need reflex saves, DC 15.
Krimlir makes it.
Okay. I'm going to roll for the Crocs. There's one of the Crocs auto failed due to other story events. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus,
Okay,
some of those 20s.
The crocodile.
It's our river. Wow.
All right.
20.
Okay, one of the crocodiles is basically knocked, is effectively prone, but is basically caught up into the waves and takes damage. It is 5d6 damage, so takes 19. The people who make their save, it's actually quite a bit. The people who make their save don't take any, save negates. On top of that, everybody needs to make swim checks. You're now swimming.
With the successful save, can Krimlir make a fly check instead? To try to, like, fly above the water? As it's coming crashing in?
You are currently 30 feet below the...
Because she technically didn't have to land to do her single bite attack, right?
Correct. All right. We will... A fly check
Yep.
will let you start swimming that much higher than where you started. In feet.
30, nat 20, 31.
Okay. Krimlir does need to make a fly check. She's at the surface of the water,
Okay.
basically hovering.
Nice. Way to go. Really nugget.
All right. Okay. We got a bunch of angry crocs. There's a bunch of dudes out at sea. Lee, give me you can use a swim check or an acrobatics as part of...
So he got tossed out when the wave hit. He wasn't down there when the wave came in.
Correct.
Okay.
This is not against the extra damage. This
Okay.
is just it's against a different amount of extra damage. But
30.
okay, you're able to, like, you are swimming in the water and you didn't land in such a way that you like got the wind knocked out of you or anything like that. You're in very rough water right now.
Yeah, he's fucking yelling, help me.
Oh, Lee, no. All right. The crocodiles who go up -1. Lee hears a doo-doo sound in his head, but he can't see any crocs. It's dark and there's water and things are going nuts. You can see from the side this ship is listing heavily. The Loadstone has not been righted. It is still very not right. Siren.
We'll linger the bard song and whisper a silent prayer to Estitia for...
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
The crocs that was on fire is not on fire because he's completely submerged in water.
Mm-hmm.
The state. All right, and it's going to make basically a wisdom check to see if it goes and tries to eat Crimler, or if it decides to live. It decides to live. It chooses life, so it doesn't like surface and chomp Crimler. It's got its 5 hit points left, and it's off to go do anything other than this. All right, you've got 2 crocs that are basically calling for escape, and you've got 3 other crocs that are around.
Oh, there's one here. Looks like there's 4.
4. Yeah. Okay. So this croc isn't wounded. Lee did land. I think Lee's getting. I think there's the doo-doo. So the doo-doo are back. Yeah, they're very stealthy in the water. Give me a perception. You've got low light vision on Lee, or does he have dark vision?
He's got low light.
Low light. Okay. Give me a perception check for Lee.
20? A dirty 20?
A dirty 20? Okay. And then, let me just double check swim. You don't have a swim speed, correct?
Nope. Swim ranks.
Okay, you're flat-footed against the attack, effectively.
That's fine.
All right. You're being nipped from below. Something is biting you and trying to pull you down. That was the doo-doo that you heard in the back of your mind.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Well, that's a hit. Although the bonus, the total bonus wouldn't have.
All right, roll to confirm.
A lot of 20s in the last. What the fuck's going on? Fuck you, Mojo.
This croc rolled a 20 on its reflex save.
25% to negate crits with the.
I'll let you roll that.
Power. Okay.
I find these the most like.
Nope.
The backstabby. I spent powers on you. Why didn't you work? Okay. All right. There's this bite. This bite from below. Got critical damage, medium injury. All right. The critical tables, medium injury. Marty, if you could roll a d10.
No, I'm not rolling for my own injury.
Oh, sorry. I will roll.
You can roll for the injury. No, I don't want to do this.
Mini. All right, so
oh, I got bit in the head.
you got well, you end up gulping a lot of water as you're yelling when you get suddenly yanked downwards, and you get that you get that pressure in your throat where you think you're gonna you couldn't breathe for a second. Penalty at -4 on will saves for the next 4 hours with no save. Okay, and then it is standard critical damage. So 17 damage.
Can I pop a shield spell to block all of this?
If your shield spell has enough oops to block all of it.
They have 20, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's not have this happen.
Okay.
Shield spell goes away.
Eat this!
Okay, there's something biting you from below.
Yep.
And you got a mouthful of water. All right.
Which means the injury doesn't happen, right? Because all the
Correct. Yeah, you didn't take any damage.
Whew. That was tense. Fuck, these crocs are aggressive.
Well, the ones that haven't been hurt yet, don't know. The one that is hurt near the ship is stupid, so it's actually patrolling around the ship, trying to see if somebody will fall. Your ship is listing, so it's going to take a bite at Jinshur from the side. Jinshur, you have low light vision, and it's in a place with light, so it's not actively trying to hide, although it was very difficult to see.
Did it provoke an AOO?
Coming up the side, we'll say 50-50. Yes, it provoked an AOO.
Okay. It'll get stabbed with the spear. As it comes in.
You need to punch it because the water provides cover from the distance. It's like that last chunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do an arm strike.
Oh, you can bite him too. I mean, he's going to bite you. You can bite him back.
No, we're not. We're not going to enter into the grapple. My unarmed damage does more than the bite.
Cool.
So we've got. Still running. AC 27.
Yeah, that strikes.
23 damage.
Big
Big tail slap from Jin.
All right, it's going to. I think it doesn't even take its attack. It just continues its motion, and it's just going to F off.
As you should. I'm an advanced form of reptile, you stupid reptile.
All right. The
dark waters are dangerous, is what he says. Which way is the ship leaning? Is it leaning towards Molgromere or the Happy Barnacle, or is it leaning away? And you've muted yourself.
It is currently leaning. It got blasted by a wave coming this direction. It's
leaning towards the.
It's currently leaning towards the Happy Barnacle.
Okay.
Okay. The siren is blessing Astitia for her grace, or something along those lines.
Yep. And is basically aiding Molgromere with the task of piloting.
All right. Ganzorig.
Get up here, Nugget! Get up here! That's it! Fly! Fly like the wind! He's yelling at Krimlier, and then sees a croc.
Ganzorig is very happy he's not on the crow's nest of the other ship.
Yeah, might be going into the water soon. All right, so we're gonna target some of the crocs that are we'll target these two crocs if they're surfacing near the top of the water. Are they underneath the water, or are they close to the top?
This one is close to the top. These two are both on the top. They're both trolling
they're both targetable. Okay.
Yep.
We'll attack the one that's actually between the two boats, because that's likely where people may end up. We'll start with that one. Combat sheet, Ganzorig. 2 at 1d20 plus 18. AC 27, AC 37.
Both hit, and it's within the light of the other ship, so you can see. In fact, it's within Jinshur's spear light.
Nice. One arrow will do with basically its gravity bowed arrow, 18 and 19 damage.
Okay, the first one knocks unconscious. I don't know if you keep attacking it.
We'll attack the other one.
Okay, 18 and 19. You actually incapacitate both.
Okay. do we see these other crocs? This one's coming from below.
That one's coming from below. Yeah, it's
See
got
this
it.
one?
Which one? That one. No. It's actually like mucked up under, like it's way deep under the sea. It's like 20 feet, 30 feet down.
All right, we see Lee panicking about something. So, Ganzorig's going to cast light on an arrow. Right, so he's got it in his, like, in the bow, but he doesn't have enough actions to fire it.
Okay. Rose.
Rose is going to stand from prone. And then move to...
Yeah, he doesn't want to be down there.
move to back up Banta. Banta's like, grab some of his shit. And he'll shrug and grab some of the wizard's stuff.
Treasure.
Yeah.
Okay. Grimlair.
Grimlair is flying happily, scared, so scared, flying back to where we're... She's squawking away. Oh yes, I know you was pretty close there. She's like excitedly in, I don't know what Griffin speak sounds like. Excitedly fucking talking about what she just did.
I'm assuming it's very high pitched.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Genzor's just pretending that he knows what she's saying.
Okay, Loadstone guards. Do whatever. Nobody is there to see. Banta.
Banta is going to use, I think this boat is fucked. Which way is the shore, Captain? Which way is the shore?
Okay, give me a profession sailor check from Banta.
Okay.
To understand what the problem is.
23.
Yeah. There's something between the tiller and the wheel that needs repair. He's not. This isn't doing anything. Like, there's no connection between what he spins and the boat moving.
This boat only go one direction, that way. All right, he's gonna not concentrate on steering the boat. Is there anything he can do with the rigging and the sails to make the boat stop listing?
Yes.
Okay.
You can start to try to interact with the boat in other ways.
All right, so he's gonna try to make it so that the boat doesn't capsize.
Okay. So he's jumping around. Basically, he's not at the wheel doing it.
Yeah.
He's now pulling on rigging and pulling on sails.
Yep.
Trying to get more weight on the other side of the ship. Okay.
Does he need to make a check or?
Oh, yes. A check would need to be made. I don't know how many people you want aiding him on this. I don't know how many people are going to.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do this at the ship.
On the ship pip, just
On
to
the
see how
ship
many
pip.
people declare their actions.
Yep. I need help. Pull that thing over there. Cut that one down.
Okay. Karen.
He's yelling.
Karen will try to help. He likes helping. I think Karen is going to give... I think his best version of helping is blessing Banta with luck.
Nice.
Don't worry, you got this. And then he can, since he was able to do that without moving, he can attempt a profession sailor aid. He gives a +3 aid.
Nice.
You want me over here? He puts his mass in the direction of the other side of the ship. All right. Gaetano.
Katana's fucking tired of this. This is fucking stupid.
Yeah, where Gaetano was a moment ago,
Yep.
where he was pulled up by the actions of the crew and not him, is now like under 50 feet of water.
Katano is retreating to the rope trick.
There we go. Covered in mud.
Yep. You won't believe what what's fucking going on out there. No respect for Katano. No respect at all. Did we survive? Yeah, Molgromere's a pretty good captain. He's pretty good at the wheel. Interesting. But perhaps Captain number 13 won't simply be a flash in the pan. You've had 13 captains before? Yep. Not counting Zedalis. Who's Zedalis? The wizard? Which wizard? The wizard? Oh, the wizard that created you. I was not created by him. There's now Sunwoo ribbing Sebastian for once.
All right. A bunch of bugs spring out from below, following the tasty flesh.
Did they get burned by that fire?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Or yes, they might have. They will make saving throws.
Fucking bugs.
Roll 2d6.
5.
Okay, so they take 3 damage
3.
each.
Yeah.
All right. They're kind of just going for coverage.
Yeah, but Black Dog's yelling, we need fire.
Daedalus is still like, Veneran flame! Veneran flame!
Oh, these fucking things.
Monkey! Fireball! All right. Basically, it's Ginger and Sodak under the first swarm, Daedalus and Black Dog under the second swarm.
Okay. Savors poison, right?
Well, first we'll do damage, because...
Yep.
$17 damage on the second swarm.
Whew, that's rough.
All right. I think as much as Daedalus does like pain, nobody's currently attacking him. I think he's going to pop one of his spells to pop a shield to not have to worry about this for a second.
Yeah, Black Dog's gonna take another dent to absorb some of that damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Let's see. Hardness 13. 22 and 2 dents. Okay, but some of the damage does get through, so fort saves. Let me check Jin.
Yep, fort save versus poison, fort save versus distraction.
Jin's gonna pop his mage armor.
Okay.
And Sodak. Sodak's full plate has a hardness of 13, so he's going to resist.
Well, this is where I think he still is affected by the distraction and stuff because he's using armor to, like, I know before we were saying that we wouldn't be using armor to block swarms. You had to use the force effects.
Yep. Okay. All right, so he'll block with his con and take 9
Yeah,
damage.
I just don't want to. I don't want to retcon the damage on Black Dog, but I did. Fucked it up.
Yeah, the force pops, but
yeah.
All right. Which means there's a save.
Yes.
2 of them, in fact.
Yes, sir.
Nat 1 on the distraction and not poisoned.
Not poisoned and yes, distracted.
Okay.
Apparently, he tried to eat one, and it did not taste how they expected it to taste. It was something foul about it that has. caused him to start spitting.
2 of them, in fact. 2 of them. Okay. All right. Nat 1 on the distraction and not poisoned. Okay.
Apparently, he tried to eat one, and it did not taste how they expected it to taste. It was something foul about it that has caused him to start spitting. Black Dog.
No, it's
Goes. Black Dog saves.
Oh, no, he. Oh, that's right. So he wasn't able to block with his armor.
He wasn't supposed to. That was a...
Okay.
Yeah.
So what am I undoing the dents and giving him a whack ton of damage?
We'll undo the dents and give a whack ton of damage. That's fine.
Okay, so 2 dents would be 26 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh god. 48 damage. I think he's bloodied again.
His HP chart looks like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
It's a crazy day in the stock market if you're riding Black Dog's HP.
Good thing he spent 2 rounds fucking healing. Alright, now he needs to make his 2 saves.
Yep.
Angry Black Dog. $20 and 21.
Okay, Black Dog is distracted by 1, but not poisoned.
The DCs are 21.
Yep. Pop out a force effect and running away. Black Dog's invisibility power might actually run out just from being invisible for too long.
It's 10 rounds, so we're halfway. He hasn't hit anything yet. He's taken all the damage, though.
All right, Sun Wu.
Sun Wu's gonna, I better pop my head back on Symphony.
There's a multitude of voices yelling Vinarin and Monkey and Fireball.
Okay, so he drops out with his swift. He's kind of hanging upside down from the rope, like with his tail sort of thing.
Yep.
Oh, there's a lot of bugs over there. Hey, get out of the way! So he's gonna ready an action to cast a fireball.
Okay.
Hey, the boat's. Hey, our boat's floating. Way to go, Captain! Fire, Sun Wu, fire!
All right, Daedalus. So Daedalus is going to... Black Dog is really hurt. Daedalus is going to pull Black Dog out of the swarm.
Yeah, he doesn't resist.
We're just going to basically pull him out. And let's see if he's going to spend 1 move, grab, pull, or move and pull, and his last action will be he's going to lash at some ropes that Banta is pointing at. He's going to try to aid the sail check. Although he might be thinking to himself that a swim might not be too bad.
Jump into the water. Bugs might not follow us there.
But if they do, it's really bad.
It's water beetles.
No.
Don't
Please no. All right, so, okay. This is where maybe he shouldn't try aiding. He aids! His profession sailor while on drugs isn't super good. Okay. Daedalus. Loadstone crew. All having bad times. Celissa the dwarf.
Yeah, she's not a dwarf right now.
No, it's Celissa Celissa the
Naga.
snake. Naga. There we go. I was going to say Nagaji, but without the arms.
Don't know if there's much for her to do up here. The crocs have all been neutralized. The boat's looking okay. I think she just slithers next to Molgromere and is going to ready an action to attack something if there's something threatening that shows up. She doesn't have any AoE that can affect those swarms. So
Okay, Sebastian, you're currently looking at Katano, who's covered in mud.
yeah, but he's not injured.
Nope, he's just muddy and pissed off.
Sebastian. He still has some of his battle buffs up. We know that there's like crazy magic afoot. I think, Sebastian, that the initial danger is over. Oh, it appears that we're fine now. Well, fine. He leaves the rope trick, and we'll go scuttling next to Molgromere.
Okay.
As if he never left.
I was always here. I was always here. The zealot's not a factor. Jinshu. There are bugs everywhere. You can see where there's like small amounts of scorch marks.
Yep, I think we're gonna channel negative energy to harm the living, and we'll start it down here so that we got enough people to exclude. We're not gonna exclude their sailor. He's not even paying attention to that sailor.
Okay.
But we're gonna do damage to those swarms.
18
damage.
18 damage, and then you don't need to exclude yourself.
Nope.
And it's 30-foot radius.
Yep.
So.
I can start in that corner.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures.
No problem.
Perfect.
Wisdom of 21.
Okay, so exactly, no problem. The exact right number.
Yeah. So 18, that would be 27, and the save is DC 18.
Okay, the first swarm fails, the second swarm makes it. So the first swarm. One second. That's actually a very significant amount when you fail. Failing is bad. Making it is a lot less bad.
Okay, then he'll fly up, giving Sun Wu enough room to cast a fireball.
Okay.
Sun Wu's fireball does 24 damage.
Could you just draw it for me where you're not blowing up Sodak, Jinshu, or Black Dog? Like the pattern doesn't immediately jump out at me. What's Jin's fly speed?
He's hasted, so it's 120.
Okay, yeah, that it should be 90.
60 plus 30, yeah, 90. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Jinshu flies over the fireball. He flies way up. Okay.
All right. So that's 36 damage to a swarm.
36 damage to a swarm. Ahmed's coming. Ahmed's coming.
Yeah.
They both fail, and they're both destroyed.
Oh, they destroyed? Yeah, boy. Yeah, the DC is 20. There's like a probably like yeah from from this group.
You see Daedalus like leaning in to scorch his eyebrows a little bit.
Psycho.
Righteous fire. All right, Sodak is yakking up bug bits.
Yeah, he's nauseated for the round, so he's just gonna back away from the danger.
Okay. The crew this round.
How did this guy fare against the negative energy?
He's dead.
Okay.
You know what? We'll give him a roll. He's been out there. He's had the shit kicked out of him.